My dear brothers and sisters, Jesus said like this. Gospel of Mark chapter 8 verse 34. Gospel of Mark chapter 8 verse 34, we read like this. He called the crowd with his disciples and said to them, if any want to become my followers, let them deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. My dear brothers and sisters, we are in the Holy Week. Many parishes, there is way of the cross. We also pray the way of the cross, and many parishes, they conduct the procession of the way of the cross, where people carry the cross on their shoulder and go for the way of the cross. I remember when I was in the seminary, we went to a mountain carrying the cross on the shoulder, a huge cross, wooden cross on the shoulder, and climbed the mountain. We were 12 of us, and we were carrying in turn. One person carries the wooden cross on the shoulder from one station to the another station. For the 14 stations, one station to another station, one person carries the cross, and then the cross is handed over to the next person, and he carries the cross to the next station, and likewise. And when I was carrying the cross and climbing this mountain, I found it so difficult to carry the cross. And the cross itself is heavy, and mountain is so steep, and it is so difficult to climb that mountain carrying the cross. But one thing consoled me. I don't need to carry the cross for all the 14 stations. I just need to carry the cross from this station to the next station. After that, I can just hand it over to the next person. Now it is his duty to carry. So that was the consolation we were experiencing when we were carrying the cross. We knew this cross is not for lifelong. We knew this cross is only for one station to another station. Therefore, we all carry the cross on Good Friday. We don't mind carrying the cross because we know it is not a lifelong cross. It is only from one station to another station, or maybe 2-3 stations, that's all. Or if someone is so pious and so full of love of God, you may carry the cross for 14 stations, but you may not continue after 14 stations. After 14 stations, you may keep the cross somewhere and somebody will carry it and you will go peacefully, thinking that you finished the way of the cross and you will go back home peacefully. So that is how we celebrate way of the cross these days in the modern world. But during the time of Jesus, there was no way of the cross. There is only one thing. If anybody happened to see anyone on the street carrying the cross, that means he is going to be slaughtered. That man is going to be crucified. If anybody, Roman soldiers used to make many criminals to carry their cross and go through the streets, and at the end they used to be crucified. There is no way of the cross like what we do today. It was not there in the first century during the time of Jesus. There is only one way of the cross. That is the criminals who are going to be crucified. In that way of the cross, there is no return journey. There is only one way journey. If you happen to be carrying the cross, that means you are going to be killed. There is no return. There is no turning back. There is no life after that. That means that journey is going to end with the grave, going to be ended in the tomb, going to be ended on the Calvary, on the crucifixion. So seeing this, looking at this kind of carrying the cross, not today's way of the cross, but the first century carrying the cross, looking at this carrying of the cross, Jesus said, if any want to become my followers, let them deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. That means, if anybody wants to follow me, take up your cross and follow me. There is no return journey. There is no satisfaction you are going to experience after one station. You will have to complete all the stations. At the end, you will be crucified. There is no return journey. That is what Jesus meant by following the cross. That is what Jesus meant by saying, carrying the cross. But in this modern world, we have different meanings. But the Lord has only one meaning. Only one meaning. There is no return journey. The end is crucifixion. Are you ready? The Lord is asking you, do you want to follow me? Then be ready for that. Be ready to be crucified. Be ready to deny your life. Be ready to follow him until the grave. Be ready to be crucified. That is the meaning of this word of God. Let's read Matthew chapter 10 verse 38. Matthew chapter 10 verse 38, we read like this. The word of God says, whoever does not take up the cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up the cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever not ready to take up the cross and finish their life with their cross and complete the way of the cross without turning back are not worthy of me. The Lord is telling you right now,